I'm with the Center for Dominance and Control Over People, and if you like the freedoms we've taken away to protect you so far, then you'll love the freedoms we're going to take away from you next. Here's a quick preview of the next 4 mandate coming attractions that we'll be inflicting on you soon. Get ready to feel real protected. We'll be abducting you out of your home. If we suspect you might be infected with Fauci's favorite virus, we'll come and rip you out of your own home to protect you and your family from being humans together. And given our very accurate inflated death counts over the past couple years, you won't be surprised to learn we'll be very generous with our suspecting. From there, you'll enjoy a stay at one of our beautiful concentration camps that we call health camps, which are already built in Australia and Canada. There you'll spend most of your time contemplating your life by wondering, how is a frog willing to stay in a pot of water as it climbs to a full boil? And we'll hold you as long as we deem you a threat of spreading infections. So it could be a while. Fun fact, when it comes to who we need to protect by kidnapping them, you can imagine we'll be getting very suspicious that a lot of outspoken conservatives will need our protection at our health quarantine camps. While there, it'll feel like domestic terrorists are holding you hostage at death camps, but along the way we'll be reminding you that we're simply protecting you from a very deadly virus with a remarkably high rate of survival. We'll cut you off from food. Guess who won't be getting food unless they've got their passports and never-ending supply of profit-boosting boosters? That's right, you! For your protection, we'll be happy for you to starve if you're not complying with our coercion that your heart and soul and Nuremberg Code says is not in your best interest. Now you might be saying, you want to protect us so much that you're willing to have us starve? Yes! Just follow the science. It's severe child abuse when parents do it to kids, but it's a health and safety measure that protects you when it's your totalitarian big brother doing it to you. Also, you know how Mao starved over 40 million people to death when he took over China? Hashtag, a smaller population is easier to control. But they said it was a famine. It was later proven that the Chinese government had billions of pounds of food in storage that it withheld from its population in order to starve them. So guess what? We'll also have a food shortage coming your way to help with obedience with our keep your passport up to date or you get no food mandate. A food shortage in the US? No, that could never be. Bill Gates is heavily invested in forcing people to get a never-ending supply of shots. You can't get food unless you get the shots. Well then why is Bill Gates now the largest farmland owner in the US? What a dumb question! He probably just wants to be a farmer now. We'll ban you from connecting to God. Us trustworthy people help protect you from believing in an all-loving higher power named God. Because if you were to believe in such a made-up thing, then you might listen to God, who always has your best interest in mind, which would be harmful, because it might mean you're not listening to our instructions for you, which usually violate God's will for you. But I'm born with God-given freedom. Not if there's no God. No God, no freedom. Communist regimes always ban religion so they can control the population easier. That's what communist dictator Justin Trudeau has done in Canada. But more importantly, that's what very caring health authorities do as well. No relation to communism. We're already framing your mind to believe that it's only racist redneck conservatives that believe in God. And you don't want to be one of them. Do you? These idiots believe that God gave them this magical immune system that gives them natural immunity. Extremists. We don't like God because we're trying to play God. No gatherings, big tech controlling all the information, and potentially other special practices to put your God gene to sleep will help you wake up to the fact that you're not allowed to believe in God anymore. For your protection. We're gonna take your guns. Hey, I got a question. How come we're already rolling out these exciting new mandates in Australia and Canada, but not right here in the US? Oh yeah, because of guns. Australia and Canada don't have them, but you do in the US. And you being able to protect yourself from us protecting you makes it very hard for us to protect you the way we want to. So we're gonna need to take your guns from you. For your protection, of course. Look for us to shamefully use public shootings to justify aggressive gun regulations. And as long as we can continue preventing President Biden's body from decomposing, we'll be glad to duct tape a pen into his hand and move his arm around to sign countless executive orders to the point that that you become a criminal if you own a gun. But unfortunately, some people are aware of the misinformation called history that could hurt our cause, where they could realize that all totalitarian regimes that have taken over with their harmful rule could only do so because they disarmed the population. But we could minimize how many people realize this if we could somehow control public schools and Google, the greatest source of information on Earth. Oh, we're already doing this. Guns are terrible. That's why we want all of them and for you to have none of them. Don't think about that logic. Cue the CDC's propaganda on a gun crisis. Oh, that's already going? Super! Wow! These 4 exciting mandates will only make the prison of protection that we keep you in stronger and harder to escape. For your own good. We look forward to taking these freedoms from you real soon. If you let us. What's up, my friend? I don't really wear glasses, but what I do want to do is share a message from my heart to yours real quick. We're living in a fascinating time in history where right now the choices you and I make on a daily basis are determining what the lives of not just us, but our children and grandchildren will look like. Without getting too far-fetched, there's certainly nefarious people in the world who want to take as many freedoms as they possibly can from other people. I don't understand the mind of sociopaths, so I don't know why they want to do it. I just know it's happening. And in this diagram, you can see where we're at right now. Now, I think there is a great reason why a wise man named Martin Luther King Jr. once said, "One has a moral responsibility to disobey unjust laws." What if he said that because he was wise enough to know that nefarious people who want to control other people can only do so by getting them to obey unjust laws? Unless I'm absolutely crazy, I think that wisdom gives us the perfect roadmap to take us from where we're at now to where we want to go, which is the bottom of this picture. Disobeying anything that your mind, your heart, and your soul knows is wrong is maybe the superpower that's going to bring the power back to the people where it belongs. Now, I think we're past the time where we can make progress of only disobeying unjust things when it's easy. Problem with that is it doesn't take any courage. I think we're living at a time where the lions are being called to action, where we need to also disobey unjust things that violate our mind, heart, and soul, even when it's challenging to do so. If you and I and the rest of the freedom-loving people out there can dig deeper and find the courage to disobey things when our mind, heart, and soul knows they're wrong, even when it's challenging, I think you and I have great cause to be optimistic about the future for us, our children, and our grandchildren. And I am so proud to be on Team Freedom with you. Hey, before you go anywhere, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Magnesium Breakthrough, made by Bioptimizers. Here's why I love Magnesium Breakthrough so much, and I genuinely love it and use it every day in my life. It's because it effectively helps me reduce my stress. A lot of people don't know that one key nutrient can reduce a lot of stress, and that nutrient is magnesium. Do you ever feel stressed? Whether it's relationship, finance, career stuff going on in your personal life, or you look at the world events and see like, okay, there's totalitarianism coming, I feel a little stressed. Well, if your answer is probably not, then you're probably a liar. For the rest of us honest people, of course there's stress in your life. That's not the question. The question is, what are you going to do about it? And Magnesium Breakthrough is one of the things that I do to effectively reduce my stress. Here's a fun fact you might not know. A lot of supplements only contain one weak form of magnesium, but your body needs all 7 forms of magnesium to reduce stress. That's where Magnesium Breakthrough comes into play. It contains all 7 forms of magnesium that your body needs in order to de-stress. To me, there's a very easy measure of quality of life. The higher the stress, the lower the quality of life. The lower the stress, the higher the quality of life, because it means you feel and function better. And if you want to improve the quality of your life so you feel and function better by using Magnesium Breakthrough, then just go to magnesiumbreakthrough.com/JP and use the discount code JP2021 to get the best deal ever.